Welcome to another episode of the Thursday Night Live Show. This week's special guest is Donatella Botolino, and I have a few extra hosts this evening because one of them is missing. Patdees is traveling this evening, so I've asked my Irish twin Destiny, the Shamrock Pixie, to come, and also Rebecca Kreuter to come and hang out tonight. I will let them introduce themselves momentarily. Let me get my... I always try to be prepared, and then I somehow unclick my chat. Oh boy. So tonight's topic, we're going to talk about storage units, mom life, bulk auctions. Make sure to stay tuned to the end, because not only am I going to do the regular asking 5 silly random questions to get to know our special guest tonight, but I may or may not sing us out of the show. So stay tuned. People always request it for me to do a little something, and that's what I'm going to do. So make sure to hang out all the way until the end. Let me say hi to a few in the chat, and then we'll get to some introductions. What's up, Florida Style Flips? Welcome. Eat, Sleep, Amazon. Beautiful Tiffany. Hello, my sweet friend. Rebecca Kreuter. Somewhere over here. I was trying to tell you. I go, oh, wait. Oh, Destiny. Oh, where's my 5? That's funny. Wonder Woman, thank you for being here. The Cherry Picker, sheesh, I know her. She needs to be blue. And Stephen Straight, hello. Scott the Swift Seller, hello. Thrifty Falconer's Wife, hello. Colleen. CJ, welcome. You also need to be blue. If you're blue, I like you. If you're not, I may just not know you as well. So be patient. Make sure to come visit my stream during some lives so that I know that maybe you're not crazy. And I'll turn you blue. Greg, DuPage Picker, what's up, sir? CH, Pamela Lynn, hello, sweetheart. Mama K Midwest Treasures, welcome. Scott Shelton, hello. Jody, our Canadian friend, I'm going to say this again. I know he's probably like, oh my gosh, this girl, I'm mentioning this. Jody, you have amazing hair, sir. Seriously. Jody has fabulous hair. If you guys have not checked out Jody's hair, go over there to Jody. Click on those little 3 dots next to his name and make sure to go check him out. Plus, he makes good content. He's a good guy. You're a good guy. I think I see that's all that's in here so far. On to some introduction. I didn't even introduce myself. Hello, world. My name is Kimberly. This is my channel, Borderline Hoarderish, where hoarding is only cool if you can sell it for a profit. I am this week's host for our Thursday Night Live show, which rotates. It will go back to Patdees 72 next week. We'll get into the details of that soon enough. Now to introduce a few of the lovely ladies. Look at all these beautiful ladies hanging out with me tonight. How lucky am I? What's up? Destiny, would you like to go first? The Shamrock Pixie.
All right, I can do that. Hello, everybody. I am Destiny, a.k.a. the Shamrock Pixie. I have a YouTube channel. I am a little bit of this, a little bit of that, silly, and you never know what you're going to get when I'm around. So, with that, Miss Rebecca, your turn.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Kreuter. I buy storage sheds and sell the contents on eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, and Mercari. I also do a Monday night auction with Derek, NASCAR Man 3345. And I'm starting doing random auctions with T with auctions. What is her channel name?
Auctions by My Great Finds 4, and then the letter U.
Yes, thank you.
Auctions by My Great Finds 4U.
Yep, and that was last night, and then whenever she needs me again. So thank you.
She is awesome. She's so sweet. So sweet. And our special guest, Donatella. Please introduce yourself.
So my friends call me Donna. I'm my given name was Donatella, and I live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I have 4 kids. I started selling on eBay to get rid of a huge debt from a thrift store that I used to own, a charity store. It helps kids with cancer. And I've been selling now full-time on eBay for about 2.5 years. I actually bought my first storage unit 19, maybe 20 years ago. And now I'm buying 1 to 2 units a week. And this is how I get my inventory that I sell mostly on eBay. I don't really touch the other selling platforms, mostly just on eBay, and then the bigger stuff at the marketplace. But I also donate a lot of my stuff, and I also trash. Someone made a comment about how much trash I put into dumps, bring to the dump. Anyway, so that's me. I'm married. I have a husband that I've known since he was 11 years old. And yeah, we have 4 beautiful kids together, and we're from Boston. Originally born in Sicily, beautiful island of Sicily, right off of the coast of Italy in the Mediterranean. Moved here when I was 6 years old, and I've been in South Florida for 13 years.
Awesome. Thank you. That was quite the introduction. I might have to up my game on that. I mean, my introduction stunk compared to that. That was amazing.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah, so to the chat, please be mindful to watch your mouth, no cuss words. If you cuss, we will delete it. If it gets too out of hand, we will time you out. If it's too raunchy or crazy, you will get booted and need to see your way out. Pat might be showing up. I'm not quite sure, which is why I have the extra lovely ladies as my co-host tonight. And I also wanted to mention, I appreciate the link droppers and, of course, everybody that's already in here. One of the reasons that I tonight asked Rebecca Kreuter to come on was because I don't think that she gets enough credit for being such a supportive friend, and also kind of spreading herself thin amongst so many channels and being a link dropper and also helping others or just even hanging out. That's a lot of time. And so I just wanted to give you, Rebecca, a special shout out, because I know that so many of us appreciate you, and I don't think we say it nearly enough. So I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
I call Rebecca every single day since I think the day that I've met her. I think that's how special Rebecca is. A day doesn't go by. I think today is the first day I didn't call you, Rebecca, but you knew I was emptying our storage unit, and you probably were thinking, oh, she's busy, and we call each other every single day she's a co-worker, and Destiny too, actually. We talk all the time also, ever since I met you guys. So yeah, she's that special, you guys. Thank you, Rebecca, for all your hard work.
Yeah,
Miss Rebecca helped me this last week. She video chatted with me every single day, a couple times a day, just so I can get through the hoarder mess I have upstairs. And I'm greatly appreciative for that. Thank you, my friend.
Yes, we love you,
You're
Rebecca.
welcome.
If you guys are not subscribed to Rebecca Kreuter, please make sure to do so. Her name is the same as her channel, her little band. If somebody could drop her or maybe say something in the chat so they can hit your little 3 buttons to make sure that they go over and check you out. We appreciate you, friend. So tonight, the Angels, myself, Destiny, and Rebecca, we call ourselves sometimes the Angels, and Charlie would be Patdees 72. We wanted to do a little something small for Donna, and we decided to all wear gold for Denali.
Oh, okay.
Each one of
That's
us,
what it is. Okay, I
each
didn't
one of
even make
us
the
got decked out
connection.
in gold.
Thank you.
And I don't know. I mean, if it's too much, you know, just feel free to um, give us whatever information you sort of want. But if you could, I mean, if it's all right, if you could maybe explain what gold for Denali even is, so that people know why we're representing your
Okay,
son,
so
Denali.
this is Denali. It's a glossy picture, so it's kind of a bad picture. This is my little boy Denali. There you go.
So cute.
So Denali was 8 years old when he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and they gave us 2 months. They told us that he would only live to 2 months because it was pancreatic cancer, and it's a deadly murder disease, barbaric disease. So I was able to find, through the help of some very affluent friends, a doctor from New York City reached out to us, Dr. Michael LaQuaglia at Memorial Sloan Kettering, and he said, "Bring me your son." So we kind of we literally pulled the other children out of school, closed up the house, packed our bags, and drove like overnight to go get care for our son. He lived 27 months. He had the Whipple. He had a lot of very bad surgeries. He fought an old man's disease. Pediatric cancer is really horrible, but pancreatic pediatric cancer is unheard of. It's virtually unheard of. There's very, very few cases ever documented. So the doctors really didn't know what to do with him. And yeah, so he was 11 years old when he died. He died on June 11th. So the 11ths follow me around everywhere, and yellow is significant of pediatric cancer. After he died, I opened up a charity store to help other families that are battling pediatric cancer, because when my son was diagnosed, the community really rallied around us. My husband wasn't able to work. I wasn't working. We were spending our time traveling back and forth to New York City in Miami. That's where his doctors were. His primary doctor was in New York City, but we would come home to South Florida and he would receive treatment at the Miami hospital. And yeah, so I opened up the charity store, and I had it for 5 years, and it failed terribly. No lack of donations. My friends were so generous, and they would give me tons and tons of donations. I think that one of my biggest downfalls was I used to give too much stuff away, and I didn't make enough money to cover the overhead expenses of the store, and I put myself in a huge debt, which is why I started selling on eBay. And I never filed bankruptcy. I settled my debt, paid it off, and now I sell on eBay to help support the family, because we now are going through another kind of horrible, dramatic situation in our household. Everybody's healthy, everybody's fine. It's mostly just financially. So eBay is allowing me to help support the family and help pay the bills, and it's been a struggle. I work really hard. I work really hard. I work really hard. You know, buying storage units is a lot of work, Rebecca can tell you. And yeah, so
You
that's
do work very hard.
kind of my
I don't
story.
know if you noticed, Donna, but the chat is blowing up with some hearts.
Yeah, thank
I
you. I've got it
love
on my phone. Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, thank you so much for all the hearts. All
Yeah,
yellow hearts. So sweet.
it was just our little way of, you know, letting you know that we love you and we care for you. And it's got to be hard. I can't even say that I understand the
Neither do I.
situation that you're in, because I don't. But
Kimmy,
I
neither
feel
do I.
for you. Yeah.
Thank you. Neither do I. I mean, I live it every day when I wake up, every night when I go to bed, and I can't imagine what it's like. I feel like I haven't started grieving yet. It's been 6 years. I haven't allowed myself to start grieving yet. I'm afraid of the day that happens, but yeah, it's something you never ever want to imagine, and it's always something that you hear about it happening to a friend of a friend of a friend, you know, or you hear about it on the news, or you never, you know, not to my beautiful family, you know, that's not going to happen, not to my beautiful family. So, yeah, just don't even try to imagine it, you guys, because it's just, there's no sense in putting your heart in that spot, because trust me, to have a heart live in that spot 24/7 all the time is horrible. So don't even imagine.
Right? Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah.
So I know that you had taught, or you had mentioned kind of how you had your charity shop and all that, which brings me to, I know you mentioned about storage units. So how long have you been buying storage units?
So I bought my first storage unit like 19 years ago. It was a great storage unit. It was full of plumbing supplies. I was actually talking about it on another live. I was in Boston. Denali was in my belly. Massimo was in the baby carriage, my oldest son, who's going to be 20 in next month. And it was in the middle of like late fall, early winter in Boston. It was really cold. And I went to this live auction, and there was only like maybe 3 people that showed up at the live auction. And the guy opened up the door, and the place was entirely filled with plumbing supplies, all plumbing supplies. And this was my very first storage auction. This is how I kind of got the bug. And he started the bidding off at like 200, 300, 100. Anybody want to give me 50? Nobody was bidding on it. Anybody want to give me 25? So I raised my hand, the really pregnant woman with the baby carriage, and I said, I'll give you 25. And I called my husband's best friend, Tony, who had just started his career as a plumber. And I said, Tony, I said, I got a present for you. And I gave him the address. And I don't know, it was like 10, 12 years ago, he said to me, he's like, Donatella, he's like, I haven't needed to buy a plumbing elbow in 12 years. So I bought the unit. I said, it's a gift. Congratulations. He was just opening his business. And then I dabbled in a few more after that. And then I took a break and I raised my children, had 4 kids in 5 years. So I had one baby after another. And then my husband sold his business. We sold our house. We moved here. And I got involved with a lot of volunteering at school and the children and elementary school. And I was a stay-at-home mom. And then Denali got sick. So I just literally, like in the past year or so, got back into buying mini storages again.
That actually leads me into a question that Rebecca, and thank you, Rebecca, for coming up with such amazing questions. I don't know, do you have the thing in front of you? You want to ask the question about?
Yeah, I can ask.
The first one that's on the thing. Okay, go for it.
My question for you is, how do you pick which items that you want to keep and which items that you want to donate? And then can you elaborate on the donating part?
Okay, so I have a relationship with a couple of different charity stores and thrift stores, and I developed that relationship when I had my thrift store, because a lot of the times I would get tons and tons of donations. My store was 2,300 square feet, 24. My store was 2,400 square feet. Yeah, I had a really big store. And even with the store being as big as it was, I couldn't handle the amount of donations that I had. So I would call other shops in the area and say, I've got furniture, I've got clothes, I've got this, I've got that. And they would come and pick up the furniture. So now I still have a relationship with these charity stores. And so anything that has to do with, like, for example, household goods and like decorated goods, like, for example, pots and pans, dishes, glassware, bakeware, ironing boards, iron, decorative wall art, clocks, small pieces of furniture all go to this charity called our heart of missions. Oh my God, I can't think of the name right now. Wait a minute. God's Heart of Missions. And what she does is she helps feed the homeless in West Palm Beach, like 3 times a week. And she also supports an orphanage in Haiti for little underprivileged kids in Haiti. So I give her all that kind of stuff. Then there's a animal dog rescue that I give all my pillows, my blankets, my sheets, my towels, my kitchen towels, my small rugs, my anything that they can use for dog rescue. If there's like anything at all that has to do with animals, like dog cages or dog bowls or dog leashes or any kind of that kind of stuff, all goes to the dog rescue people. So that all goes. And usually what I try to do is I call these people and I ask them to come right to the mini storage and pick it up so that I'm not moving it and moving it again because it's so much work. I usually buy units that are 5 by 10, 10 by 20, 10 by 30. Every once in a while I'll buy 5 by 5, but I'm able to buy the bigger units because my husband has a great big, he's a general contractor, so he has a great big truck with a 7-foot bed and also a hydraulic dump trailer.
Wow.
So we can move. So a lot of people don't have the manpower to be able to empty out a storage unit that's as big as that. That's why I'm able to buy the bigger storage units. And I do end up with a lot of trash. And my husband helps me tremendously. He is a bull. He is as strong as a horse. And he helps me. I couldn't do like what I do if I didn't have his help. And then I have a 19-year-old son who helps me. And then I have 2 beautiful, I call my kids the Vikings. I have 2 beautiful athletic 15 and 16-year-old daughters, soon to be 16 and 17, and they're 6 feet tall. And my 15-year-old daughter could probably lift me up over her head. She's so strong. So although they don't like to do storage units, they do help me quite a bit. So Rebecca, to answer your question, I have, and then I have a consignment shop that if I have really beautiful furniture, sometimes I bring it home. So a lot of the times when I have furniture in a storage facility, I take photographs of the furniture as soon as I can pull it out of the facility, and I try to sell it right from the facility. Most facilities will give you 3 days. So I put it on the Facebook Marketplace, and I try to sell it while it's there, so I don't have to move it, and I have people come to the facility to buy it, and I just sell it off at rock bottom prices just to get rid of it, so I don't have to move it. The really nice stuff goes to consignment.
Is there anything that is like, if you look into a unit, because for me, you said that you have the muscle. I don't have that part behind it. So there are things that I absolutely avoid. One being, and it's been a while since I've got a storage unit, but I'm going to get back into it. One being sofa sleepers. I think those things are the devil. They are so awkward, and they like, some of them, swing out, or like, it's no good. So for you, it's mattresses.
No, both. That and mattresses. Mattresses are horrible, and the sleep sofas, you really have to have a ratchet set with you at all time, which I do, and you need to ratchet that mattress closed. Yeah, because it's going to swing open on you.
What about you, Rebecca? Is there something that you were like, nope, not going to deal with this?
Well, with the sofa sleepers, if you don't have a ratchet set with you, a belt or something that you can tie around it to keep it in the couch so it doesn't flip out when you're trying to move it.
That's a good idea. If you didn't have nothing, you're wearing a belt.
Otherwise, I don't buy units with mattresses in them because it costs so much to get rid of them.
Well, yeah, and they're
Yeah, I pay a lot of money in dump fees. To get rid. It's easier to bring like a mattress or like a stained sofa or like old clothes and drop them off at Goodwill and save the money. Like someone made a comment on my Facebook page today that was like, boy, you go to the dump a lot. Ever heard of reuse recycle, something. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I owned a charity store. I owned a thrift shop. I owned it. You should have seen the stuff people would drop off to me because they couldn't put it out to the trash because maybe they had limited trash barrels or limited trash pickup times. And they didn't want to pay to go have it dumped. So what do? They dump it off at the charity store. Now I have to dispose of it. I mean, you know, when you have things that are like soiled and dirty and broken, or you're not going to donate them. You know,
Right.
you're going to dispose of them.
There's one of my favorite little hole in the wall thrift stores. There's the sweetest little Hispanic lady. She speaks pretty much only Spanish, and I know enough to be able to sort of communicate. But she always is talking about or has all these signs listed everywhere of it being an issue that people dump their stuff and expect them to deal with it. And they just dump it like right in her next to her front door or right on the side of where the back door is. And so I could see that would.
It used to happen all the time to me. It was so common. People would drop off their junk, their trash, their dirty, filthy, rotten, unmatched socks and shoes and couches and mattresses, and then I'd have to pay to have it disposed of. It was awful.
I think that this is a great question by Tiffany. Oh, it covers up your face though. How do you balance being a wife and a mom? I think that's one that we could probably all of us answer.
I'm going to be honest with everybody. I haven't found that balance yet. Buying storage units. I used to have a storage unit myself that I used to put things in, but it got to be too expensive because storage units are very expensive here in South Florida. It's like organized crime. I'm convinced of it because we don't have basements and attics in our homes here in South Florida. They don't exist. So everybody, if you have something that you need to store away, you have to get a mini storage. My small town of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida alone, I think we probably have 15, 20 mini storage facilities. Like they're on every corner. So, okay. So how do I balance? I don't. The kids are usually really mad at me because they say that my eBay has thrown up into my living room.
That's reseller life.
Yeah, reseller life. I've taken over our dining room. I've taken over my 2-car garage. It's very organized. My husband spent a lot of money and put shelving units down each side, and that's all my inventory that comes in. My dining room I took over, and that's all of my listed products. It causes fights in the household. You know, the kids don't love what I do. My husband basically hates what I do. He doesn't like it. He would rather me go out and, if I'm going to work, I was a floral designer for years, and he would love to see me go back into that industry, working, doing weddings and doing design work. And I mean, I loved that work, but you know what, you guys, I love what I do now. I mean, I love it, and I haven't found that balance yet, but I'm working on it. I'm working on trying to find the balance.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's fun. It's all about, well, the part that I like the most, whether it's storage units, dumpster diving, yard sailing, or curb co, driving along and basically picking up any larger, well, it's usually larger items that people have put out next to their trash cans. It's the treasure hunt. It's always been my favorite part since I was, teeny tiny, is finding something and then realizing that it was so much more special than apparently whoever it was that threw it away. And not everything, obviously is like that, but it's a thrill. It's a natural high for me to come across, something special, or even kind of reliving sort of the past when you come across maybe something you had as a child, or even now that I have kids, something that maybe my kids were into. And Braden, my 8-year-old, he's only 8, but my daughter was 14, and so now I'm at that kind of, she's hit teenager, and when I come across things that she liked when she was little, I'm like, what happened to my little princess, who loved Dora the Explorer? And
I get it. I mean, I love it. I love. Actually have it right here. My favorite thing to collect is evening bags. I have a collection, and like this one here is one of my favorites. This is sterling silver, and I was showing it off at I was showing it off at some other live. I don't remember where it was, but I picked these up, and I wonder, like, who carried this? Like, what beautiful fancy ball did she go to? And
it's
who bought this
beautiful.
for her? I know, like, who bought this for her? It's like, to me, it's like a jewel. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm the same way. Like, I pick things up. I love looking at and thinking about, ooh, who owned this, and where did they get it? And, yeah, I love that part of that.
Yeah, me too. For those that are in the chat, or even if you're watching the replay, what is something, if you're a reseller, or even just a shopper, and maybe you are a hoarder, I don't know, you bargain shop, and to each their own. I'm just borderline hoarder-ish. But is there something that you all like, or you kind of flock to if you see it at a yard sale, or you see it on a shelf of a thrift store, or you see it on the free pages of the marketplace or something? What is there anything that you guys tend to kind of go for? How about you, Destiny? Is there anything that you really, Shamrocks, right? That'd be one.
Anything Irish. Anything Irish. I collect that. I collect color changing lights. I collect a lot of stuff. And I realized this past week that I'm a hoarder, starting to become a hoarder, and it's got to stop.
Well, it's only hoarderish because, you guys, between you and Tommy, Tommy resells, so, and you help in that. So it's only hoarder-ish, borderline. What about you, Rebecca? Is there anything that you always tend to kind of beeline it for if you see it?
Yeah, I kind of showed Destiny. I'm a tool hoarder.
Tool hoarder, okay. Okay, like power tools, or you like screwdrivers?
All tools.
All tools. I'm
There's
talking
money in tools.
all tools. She has tools in her kitchen. Like, not gonna. Yeah, she just has tools everywhere.
I have
See,
4
sure.
huge Craftsman stand-up toolboxes. I have boxes of tools. I have tools in the silverware drawer, which I am working on. I'm trying to get all the tools
in your silver drawer.
I'm trying to get all of the tools out of my kitchen.
That's funny.
That's funny. Let's see what the chat says.
I just read that was it Misha? She bought a box for me, a vintage box, because I have my live auctions, and there was an item. Yeah, it says it was vintage. I found out those were nut picks from the 1800s. So if it's okay to plug, if it's okay to plug my auctions, Kimmy, I do.
Oh yeah, anything that your Facebook group, anything about you, feel free to plug all night. Like I don't find that out. You're the star, Donna. You are the star tonight, darling. It's all about you.
I have 3 auctions a week. I do tomorrow night's auction at 9 p.m. will be with NASCAR Man 3345 Derek. We go on at 9, and then auctions by my Great Finds for You 3 o'clock on Sunday. These are all Eastern time, and then on Tuesday nights, right, Rebecca? Yeah. No. Yes. Tuesday nights at 9. So I go on 3 times a week, twice at 9 o'clock, and then Sundays at 3. And I put boxes together of things that I find in the storage units. And a lot of the times, most of the times, I have to say 90% of the times, and some of your friends in the chat will be able to confirm that, I put things in there that I don't even look up. I line up the boxes. I get my bins that come out of the storage units, and I just fill up the boxes, whether it's clothing or the clothing's already been sorted at the storage unit. I only keep like the designer clothing, but and I just fill up the boxes. And anyway, so she bought these in one of my vintage boxes were these beautiful mother of pearl. We couldn't figure out what they were. They had mother of pearl, beautifully etched handles, and she said that they're nut picks from the 1800s.
That is too cool.
And another one of my actually Pamela Lynn, she found a beautiful Levi's jacket that she recognized. And some of the Levi's jackets sell for in the hundreds of dollars, the old vintage ones. So she scored. They were bidding on my box, and she came in and bam, she put $100 bid on the box. She knew what she was buying. She knew what she liked. So yeah, the auctions are pretty great, you guys. I always have really great stuff at my auctions. If you want to stop by during one of my auctions, and then I have the 2 Facebook groups also.
Mm-hmm. What I love about Donna's auctions, if you guys have not ventured to one of them, is I know that for a few resellers, it's hard to source, whether that's because of medical issues, whether that's location, and she really does make some of the bulk auction, items. There's plenty of extra room to make money on top of whatever it's usually for. And it's, all the lots, she doesn't you do like a 10 lots roundabout, right? Or something like that. And an auction, I think.
It depends how fast the auctions go. I mean, like, sometimes we'll sell 10 lots, and sometimes, one night we sold 16 lots. We were on for 3 hours. So as long as I maintain like 30 to 35 people in the chat, I'll keep auctioning off the stuff. When the people start dropping off and it goes down into the 20s, then I'll end the auction, because then I'm really giving the stuff away. You want a little bit of people in there bidding on stuff. So
well, of course you gotta recoup some of your money and make a little of it your own, because it's a lot of time to be doing that. I am quite impressed with it, because I've done a few auctions, or been on, a few auctions even, and it's kind of a lot of work. So to do 3 of them a week,
it's a lot. Putting those boxes together and then invoicing everybody. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm very, very grateful for it. But honestly, Kimmy, by the time you put the boxes together, the tape, the shipping, the shipping cost. I mean, Rebecca knows. I mean, the end money is very little. However, I'm happy that I can help other people with their reselling. That makes me very, very happy. When I hear a story about, someone will say to me, because I'm still learning all of the people, because I'm kind of like a newbie in this circle of you guys, all these friends that, I was, for 2 years, I was on another channel that I was kind of following along. And I said this in another one of my chats. This group of people are, I think, much more welcoming and loving and accepting. And anyways, so as I'm getting to know the people that I'm selling to, I'm finding out, oh, this one's on disability, or this one's in a wheelchair, oh, this person sells eBay from his bed, one of them. Like, I don't know which one it is, but like another one has bad knees, she can't go out. And this one is a professional. She works all week long and she doesn't have time to source. So she comes home at night and gets her glass of wine and sits in front of her computer 3 nights a week, and she comes to my auctions, and then the thing is delivered right to her house, and she doesn't have to waste any time. Some people, shopping and thrifting, that's their favorite part of reselling. But some people don't like that part. They would just rather have the stuff arrive right at their house. So it's really working out good, and it's become quite the trend now. If you notice it, more and more people are doing, bulk auctions on YouTube. I'll take it as a compliment.
Right. I just realized I haven't been paying attention to the little StreamYard private chat. Destiny, you said somebody had a question. You're more than welcome to read what that is.
Thrifty Falconer's wife. I hope I didn't butcher that too badly. Her question is, how do you find storage units?
How do I find them? Okay, so I buy all my storage units through either Storage Treasures or Treasure Fox. Treasure Fox, the name of it? Yeah, Treasure Fox. I buy my storage units online. I've been to live storage units. I'm not a big fan of them. A lot of storage unit buyers, they'll say that they won't buy storage units online. They want to go there. They want to smell it. They want to look at it. They want to be physically in front of it. I, to be honest with you, have never, ever had a problem with the storage unit. It's a gamble because let's hope not. I'll knock on wood. Let's hope not. But you could get a storage unit that smells like dog, smells like nicotine. You know, everything in it could be ruined and destroyed, and you have to throw it away. All of the storage units I've ever bought, I've never had that problem. However, we have bought homes because my husband's a contractor, and that's what he does. He flips homes. He buys distressed homes and fixes them and resells them. And we have bought homes where cat smell is permeated through the hardwood floors. Like, it's so bad when cats pee, like the floors need to come up. Like that's how bad it's been. But I bid on all my storage units online. I prefer that. I actually was looking just yesterday. I was going to go and do a live auction, just to do a live auction on YouTube for my followers. But I feel like there's plenty of people that do live auctions where they go right to the facility and bid. But most facilities are moving towards online auctions because it saves them not having to bring an auctioneer out to the site. Everything's done online, so. Yeah.
So, yeah, I know that Destiny is putting in the chat to make sure if you have questions to put lots of question marks for us so that we can get those answered. Donatella is so amazing at giving us nice detailed answers that
I take too long.
Some of the questions we can't even ask because she already answered them. That's it. But that's amazing. I'm all right with it. You're a natural, Donna. Natural little star.
Thank you. I'm just noticing the private chat myself here on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I still have to have my when I'm hosting. I still like to have to pop out my chat from YouTube. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it or whatever. But
yeah.
With 4 people on anyways, if I highlight all the questions, then it chops all your guys' face off. So I'm trying to make sure to pay attention and Destiny seems to be all over it, making sure to get those questions up. I appreciate that, Destiny.
Thank you, Destiny. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. I have a question, though.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, what advice would you give somebody who is interested in starting to buy storage units?
Okay, so my advice would be that even if you start really small and you think a 5x5, that's probably one of the smallest units that you can buy. Even if you think that you can handle a 5x5, I have built my husband's 7-foot bed pickup truck from a 5x5. We had to fill it twice. So unless you have a trailer or you're going to rent a U-Haul truck or rent a trailer, unless of course you buy a unit that is just bins, it doesn't have any furniture, but that can also be a little bit tricky because I bought a unit that was all bins in front, and then in the background of it was a complete dining room set and a sofa, and I didn't see it. But I buy big units, so it was completely hidden from the front. You couldn't see the furniture. So now you're really, you're stuck. You either need to find someone who has a pickup truck, or you need to get a pickup truck, and you need to get some strong help, because if that's a sleep sofa, you're in a lot of trouble to try to lift that up. So my advice is be really prepared for the unknown, because if you're bidding online, you're bidding on 5 or 6 pictures that are like right in front of you. That's all you're seeing. You have no idea what's behind it. And so, yeah, just be prepared. You just really need to be prepared. And you have to have the stuff out of the storage within 48 or 72 hours, unless, of course, you can work out some sort of deal with the facility. And a lot of the times the facilities will work out a deal for you. Like you can pay retroactive rent to the end of the month. And sometimes it doesn't work out to be so much money. And that will buy you a week or so time to get yourself ready.
Cool.
Charlie. Why did you say Charlie?
Charlie!
Cat, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, and his angels.
Yeah.
Hi, Charlie.
So who
Hey,
am
wait,
I?
I can't.
So
They told me they were interviewing you for a connection that we want to open up in Florida branch.
who's the guy on Charlie's Angel? The guy that was the
Bosley?
Bosley. Am I Bosley?
No, that's Tommy.
Oh, that's
Tommy's
Tommy.
Bosley.
All right.
What's up, Pat? Fill us in. What's going on? I have not. I just all I've told people is that you've been traveling.
Yeah, I'm about an hour away still from Nashville. I stopped to interview Wendy. The only thing she keeps giving me is burgers, though. So.
Wendy.
Yeah, I'm about an hour away. I probably would have been here about half an hour sooner, but the cops don't know who Charlie is in Virginia.
And the cops. Are you getting in trouble, Charlie? What are you doing here, Pat?
Yeah, I got a little bit in trouble. They apparently don't like when you have radar detectors, even if they're not plugged in. If they're mounted in the car, they give you a ticket. So this trip cost me an extra $101.
Ouch.
Did you get to keep your Buzzbuster?
Yeah, they had to put it in a. They said you could show up to court and fight it, but I had to put it away. Can you see it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Getting in trouble.
If that's the worst that happens. Hey, Donatella, how's everything going tonight?
Good.
Good. Hey, thank you for coming on, and thanks to Destiny and Rebecca for keeping Kimberly company. She's been giving me some heck for not pulling my weight the last 2 weeks. So
Never.
You're a busy guy. You're getting all those interviews and all those things going on. So
you understand it, Donatella, but behind the scenes, you gotta tell the girls to be a little bit nicer and more gentle with me. I'm Charlie.
You're meeting everybody but the angels. There's something wrong with that picture.
Well, no, I've been, but I mean, Charlie does have other friends sometimes. Hey, if anyone's saying hello in the chat, I'm sorry I can't see it on a cell phone. So hello. I was following along when I was in there talking to Wendy. But again, she got me sidetracked with a bowl of chili and a nice burger, and I was like, yeah. So that interview went very well. How's the interview with Donatella going?
It's going well.
Did you ask her? I have a question for her. Where is Patdees' next mystery box? Where is it?
I'm gonna do more mystery boxes. Actually, the storage unit that I bought today is loaded with vintage stuff, like all old, really interesting. Like I don't know what half the stuff is. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna have some interesting mystery boxes. If not tomorrow night, maybe on Sunday. For sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be out of town, so make sure the best mystery box waits for when I come back for next week.
Okay.
I mean that's just how it goes.
Okay.
I put my video up, mystery box by Donatella, and I got a lot of good compliments on the stuff I got in there. So
Okay.
we can't go from a 5-star mystery box to like a little shoe box with like a couple slips of paper in there.
Hey, Pat, those
Yeah.
little strips of paper that I have are worth a lot of money.
Well, yeah, if you put cash in there, yeah.
I put $1 in yours, right? I found some more silver.
Shh, don't tell everybody everything you put in there. That's our business.
I found some more. I found some more money in the storage unit today. I found some more silver certificates.
I like the check that you wrote out to me for $250, but it said don't cash for 2 years. I'm gonna hold on to it, so don't worry.
Finding
good.
money is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've scored a few times, huh, Rebecca? Finding a good chunk of cash.
I had to pay him to give me a good review on YouTube so people would join my channel.
No, that's not true. Yes.
Pat, while we have you, because I know that you can't stay long.
Yeah, I got about 5 more minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. Fill us in on. You said you're traveling, but you're going to a event, right? To hang out with a bunch of other resellers, and then maybe mentioning your Saturday night show?
No. I'm down at Disney World. I'm applying for a job to be a mascot.
Oh, okay. No, you're not.
No. Oh, all right. Well,
What's in Nashville?
Yeah.
Why are you going to Nashville?
I want to be a country singer. That What the Hell's Lesson 102 when I sang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. They heard that on YouTube and they said go to Nashville. So now I'm here and I'm waiting to see who's gonna sign me.
Okay, well, if you're gonna say that, then I want to see in one of your upcoming videos you auditioning to be a star.
Oh, you will. There's a video coming out next week where I sang to George and Jeebus, the 2 J's of the storage. But you got to stay tuned. There was a video just dropped today, actually, with me with What the Hells, and they did that Restore to the Love, and they donated all the stuff. They found a lady's, her dad's urn and stuff, and they donated not just that back, but they donated the whole thing, cleaned it out, and so I was involved with them on that too. So, but in all seriousness, I am here with there's probably about 30 to 40 people, resellers and YouTube people, Scott, the bearded picker, Harlan, Steve, I think Shane's supposed to be coming down. There's a lot of people in the community that are getting together the next 2 days. I'm actually staying with Swamp Picker Glenn, and I wanted to stay with someone that I knew that wouldn't be keeping me up all night partying. So I like to read a good book before I go to bed, like The 3 Little Pigs or something like
green eggs and ham.
Yeah, 1 potato, 2 potato, like Dr. Seuss type stuff. I can't be getting in trouble. I got a ticket already. I can't be getting,
You're such a rebel, Pat. I'm just kidding. You're not really. That's kind of amusing. So Saturday you're still doing your late show, correct?
Yeah, that'll be live from Nashville. So you never know who's gonna drop in. Eric and Jason are still supposed to, and I think you said you would stop in, and Anita's supposed to. But on my end, you never know who's gonna show up. I think Scott's gonna help me because he has the laptop, so that I could still do the show. And then when I'm done there, I'm gonna swing up through Missouri, and I'm stopping to see John at Nevermore Antiques, and then I'm gonna come across Ohio and probably meet up with Eric. So I'm gonna do a bunch of things, probably. Enough to create probably about 6 or 7 videos over the next, because I haven't really released a video except for the demolition derbies, but I did them live, so I haven't done a video in really the last 9 or 10 days. But I have a bunch of stuff that I'm working on that's coming out. So, but hey guys, I want to go. This is Donatella's time.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I want just make sure you let her know that she has got to come back again one day so that I can chat with her. Come on, make it fair.
Absolutely, it would be my honor. I would love that, Pat. Thank you.
All right,
Safe
ladies.
travel. Safe travels to you.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Bye bye.
How do you do that? Wait a minute. I don't know. I never get it right. Here.
Aw.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. That's funny. Give it a shot. He always does that to us for
Yeah, I
months
knew
and
you
months
were
now.
gonna do it.
That is so
All right,
funny.
we do have a couple questions from the chat.
Okay.
One person, Scott Shelton, asked, Donna, do you ever come across WWF wrestling stuff, not WWE?
I do. I do. I actually have I actually, Scott, maybe you should someone could drop my link. Do you know if Bash on the Beach, Scott, if you could answer that question, do you know if Bash on the Beach is WWF? I just sold a vintage, I believe it was a WWF t-shirt for $125 in my eBay store. I do get a lot of WWF. I bought a storage unit. It was a NASCAR, Harley Davidson, wrestling. What else was in that storage unit? I don't know. It was crazy, crazy. He was a collector of many, many things, and he had a lot of. Did he answer by any chance?
He said, really? Yes. Those are the two last answers he put.
Yes. Okay. So Scott, I have there you can get in touch with me if you want. They were going to go up on eBay, but I just assume if you're a collector of this stuff, I have 2 chairs. They're vinyl chairs. They're big, so shipping, I don't know where you're located, but shipping will be expensive. They are Bash on the Beach chairs, like official chairs. Like they were either probably for the we'll try to exchange information. I just sold a WWF chair for $575. Oh, so you may not be interested.
Okay, I guess there's a little debate in chat on if the Bash at the Beach was WWE or WCW or WWF. So
I don't know. I don't know, but I do have some WW. I have some Bash on the Beach. I have a lot of WWF, WWC, I have WW something that I haven't even listed yet. That I still have that I haven't listed. I have some autographed pictures, and this man was a big collector. So to answer your question, yes. And Scott, maybe get in touch with me either through Instagram. My name is the same on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook in my name or in one of my storage unit groups. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to drop a link.
Yeah, they're dropping links.
Okay, thank you.
And then the next question is from Mary Deathly Deal. She would like to know, have you ever found ashes or worse?
I'm going to answer or worse.
Wow. Oh, what could be worse? Well,
I've never found ashes, but I have found some kind of interesting things. I find a lot of teeth. I find teeth, like extracted teeth. Which, I mean, I don't know if that's or worse. I find a lot of hair. I actually just sold some dreadlocks in a mystery box. It wasn't. It was a Halloween box. It wasn't a mystery box. I mean, ashes wouldn't bother me, but I did buy a prostitute's unit, and the stuff that was in her unit was pretty bad. It was. Yeah, I saw things in that unit that I can never unsee again in my mind.
no.
Oh, no. Like, I'm not talking like, I know this is a PG station, so I won't say the SEXTOYS word, but not just that, but were much, much worse than that.
Wow.
Yeah, things people probably have to go to the hospital for, so.
You gotta go to therapy afterwards.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was really, really bad. So, I mean, you know, people are into some like crazy stuff. So, okay. So
Right.
that was my or worse, probably. Ashes would not affect me at all compared to what I've seen.
Yeah. Was there any more that you caught? Oh, I don't think questions. She's muted herself. I think. Do you have any other questions, Rebecca?
I was just looking at the side chat,
Okay.
but I have definitely found ashes. Thank God before I left the facility so I could just take them up to the front office.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you do? I mean, I guess that'd be personal. That's probably what I would do. I haven't come across that, but I haven't bought, a whole lot of storage units. So
Yeah, I turn in all the pictures and albums, and if I had found ashes, I would turn those in also. This
how
unit,
many storage units are you buying? I guess maybe in a month, or do you do like one a week, or multiple a week, or just whenever you see a good one online?
it depends on how big my last storage unit is. Sometimes it takes me a couple of weeks to process a big unit, like a 10 by 30. It takes me about 2 weeks to process it and really decide what I'm going to do with the stuff, what I'm going to sell, what I'm going to auction off, what I'm going to give away, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to say I buy on the average one a week, sometimes two. Like I'm got 3 that I'm winning on for tomorrow right now that I bet on. I know.
Wow.
Yeah. So all but one of them I'm gonna let go. Because of the one that I just got today was a lot more than I expected. And then I have a free unit that I have to go pick up too. Somebody gave me a free unit.
Well, that's awesome. Free's good.
Yeah, that happens a lot to me. I kind of make friends with the facility managers, and if no one bids on the unit, as long as it goes up to public auction, if it's a liened unit and no one bids on it, they let you take the things. They let me just take whatever I want out of the unit for free, and then the rest of the stuff they throw away. Or if the person surrenders the unit, it does not need to go up for public auction. The only time it needs to go up to public auction is if the person defaults on the unit and can't pay on it. They have to make it available so that the person can actually even buy it back from the facility if they wanted to bid on it. But when the person surrenders the unit, they literally will sign a piece of paper that they're surrendering the unit. And I think that there's a fee that goes along with the disposal. It's like a disposal fee that the unit will charge the people. So last week when I went to go pick up a unit that I bought, the facility manager was like, "Hey, we just got a surrendered unit this morning." The woman had to go down to Puerto Rico because she owned a house in Puerto Rico and it got hit by the hurricane a couple of years ago. And she decided she's not coming back to the States. And everything in that unit, everything was brand new. Brand new.
Wow.
It was all kind of like IKEA brand new couch, brand new dinette set, brand new bedding, brand new. She was probably here, if she was here 6 months, it was probably a lot. Everything was brand new. So we've got it. She didn't give me a time limit to empty it out. So we got 1 truckload and I sold a bunch of stuff on the marketplace. It's all big stuff. And we've got 1 more truckload to go get tomorrow because my husband's off tomorrow. So, and I still got my other unit that I have to go empty out tomorrow. So I have 2 to empty out and I'm winning on 3.
Yeah, I see that CH Enterprise just asked a question. What percentage do you win? And I was wondering the same thing you are, Destiny. I just saw that you said, is that a question for Donatella? What percentage? I'm assuming what percentage of units do you usually get?
Okay, so I usually will sit down. My auctions usually end on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Sometimes on Thursdays, that's when they end. So I usually sit down on Sunday, like on Sunday night, and I'll bid on between 8 to 10 units. And then I look to see where they end up going. Because in 3 or 4 days, when they get closer to the end of the unit, they just skyrocket. People start bidding on them and they skyrocket. I used to always say I don't like to bid more than $300 on a unit. but I did bid up. I think I bid 560 or 570 on a recent unit. I did bid up on it. I paid a lot of money for it. I mean, depending on what's in it, I mean, I would go up to $1,000, you know, depending on what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
But today's unit, I hate to even tell you what I got it for, and it was like a gold mine. I mean, there's just so many great things in there. So it's all gonna get passed on to you guys because I'm not listing any of it on eBay. I'm selling it all on auction on my 3 auction.
Wow.
Right?
So make
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
that you're subscribed to Donatella.
I'm selling it all. I just, you know, I might keep a few things here and there. Here, I'm going to show you something. I'll be right back. I'll show you something that I got.
How about you, Rebecca? While she's getting whatever an item, do you have a budget for what you try to set for units?
It all depends on what I see in the pictures. Most of the time, I won't go over $100, but if I see something in the pictures that I could get way more for, I've gone up to 2. But usually, I haven't had to go over 100.
It depends. You know, I'm in the Palm Beaches, so it just, you know, it all depends. I mean, everything is just so expensive. So this unit that I bought today was really, it's been in phases. The very, very back part of the unit is filled with beautiful old vintage things. Like, for example, this came out of the unit. Are you familiar with McCoy?
Yes.
This is a McCoy piece, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's a teapot and
Red strip pattern.
yeah, it's beautiful. So that came out of today's piece. So the back of the unit has all kinds of really beautiful vintage stuff. The middle part of the unit that so I profile. Okay, I profile my storage units all the time. I sometimes even will look up to see, you know, who the person was. So the back side of the unit looked like maybe she inherited a lot of her mother's old collectibles, and she put her mother's old collectibles in the unit. The middle part of the unit, she was a registered nurse. The middle part of the unit was all beautiful. Like this is an example. Like this is a Vera Bradley tote. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it has a matching wallet and everything. You know, everything is like brand new. So you have the Vera Bradley tote, the matching wallet, and then you have the huge jumbo, all matching. So for example, so you have the middle part of the unit. You could tell she was working, buying really nice things, spending money, really beautiful items. And then the front part of the unit, she's homeless. We found backpacks with needles. I did a video on it with signs, help me, I'm hungry, we'll work for money inside the backpacks. So this woman went from being a registered nurse, buying expensive, beautiful clothes and things like Vera Bradley stuff. And now the front part of the unit was backpacks filled with dirty clothes and homemade, I took video of it, homemade crack pipes out of aluminum foil. So sad. So sad.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
And it's 15 feet long, the unit, and digging through and the phases it's really amazing how you profile the person, you know, just from the phases of what transpired in their life.
Right.
Yeah, it's sad.
So I know that we're about 15, well, an hour and 15 minutes. I wanted to make sure that we not only answered any questions that we have not answered yet, so please make sure to get those into the chat. And if you're watching the replay and you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will get a hold of Donna and see if maybe she could help me out with some answers to whatever the questions are. So I wanted to get to the last part of one of my favorite parts of the shows when I host the Thursday night show is doing our 5 more quick, silly kind of questions. Don't think too hard on it. I have added some new ones, so I will ask Destiny and Rebecca as well. I changed them up a little bit because I've asked Destiny a few of these so many times, and I don't like her answers. So, you know, we all know about your Mustang, Destiny. Yeah, no. Her dream car. Do you, Destiny or Rebecca, have a last question before we get into the silly questions and wrap up here? Stay tuned till the end, folks. Make sure so that you can hear my little singing goodbye and also where everybody's going to be throughout the week.
No, I'm just keeping track of the questions and stuff in the chat. So,
Awesome.
all the questions in there.
Rebecca?
I have no more questions because I pretty much know them all. So I already asked the ones I thought the chat would be interested in.
And we talked
They
every
beat
day.
me to it.
We talk like 3-4 times a day, so she'll think of one tomorrow morning.
It's good. I just wanted to make sure. All right. I'm going to ask Donna, of course, first. Here's the first silly question. This is a repeat from other shows. If you were stuck on an island and could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Fruit.
Fruit. How about the chat? To those still in the chat, if you were stuck on an island and had to choose to eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Let us know. We want to see your answers. Destiny, what is it for you, darling?
Tacos.
Tacos.
I love tacos. I know I'm Irish. I should like some Irish food, but I'm a sucker for tacos.
Yeah, like some cabbage. What was that? Cabbage. Wow, I'm drawing a blank.
Cabbage steak.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yes,
tacos. That would be good. That'd be good. I like tacos. What about you, Rebecca?
Sorry, I'm stealing your answer because I'm a potato girl. My dad was a potato farmer, so it would be potatoes.
Potatoes. I like some of these answers. So, Tiffany says pizza. That's a common one that I've heard. Colleen, 50 Falconer's wife, says Reese's peanut butter cups. She'd be all jacked up on a sugar high, all alone on an island.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Mama Kay said sushi. I forgot about sushi. Can I change my answer to sushi?
Sure.
The first time I answered the question when I heard you ask it, I said cheese. I think I'm just going to change it every time. That way I'll have like a whole variety of food on this island that I'm going to be stuck on. So now I have cheese, fruit, and sushi. I'm good. I'm real good.
I didn't think of it that way.
Right?
We need to change the answer.
Says fried cabbage. Of course, some of my amazing friends say pizza with pineapple. Ha ha.
Yum.
Jody says mac and cheese. Yeah, I could do with some mac and cheese. I don't know about every day, but
the cheap generic mac and cheese or the more expensive mac and cheese, because there is a difference.
Yes,
Rump's
there
the
is.
reseller. What's up, Rump? Jamie says buffalo chicken dip. It would be a short life. Oh, she's so funny. Starbucks. Wonder Woman says Starbucks. If only you could have that on an island, right? Yeah, coffee. I would. It would be hard to not have coffee, but I guess I could have tea. I'd have to have one or the other, coffee or tea.
That would be my next answer.
Yeah.
Coffee.
My son is so, this is a little off the topic, but my son is so funny. So, the kids started school just a couple weeks ago, and my son has been wanting to wake up earlier so that he can get dressed and then eat a little bit and watch a video on more than likely YouTube of some sort. So I was like, all right. He always tells me, Mom, I know that you have to wake me up after you drink your cup of coffee. I'm like, it's safer for you, buddy. Just trust me. I'll wake you up after I drink my coffee. He's so funny about it. He's like, I know you need it, Mom. I know.
So funny.
I hear that at home as well.
I know. I'm just like, I just want to drink. I mean, it's really the only time in the day that I feel like my brain isn't just going super crazy with all the noise and all the kind of chaos. So I have to drink my cup of coffee. I like to drink it without children around for 5 minutes. Even 5 minutes is good, but I thought that was fun. All right, next question. Would you rather go 30 days without your phone or your entire life without dessert? Same thing to the chat. Would you rather go 30 days without your phone or your entire life without dessert?
My entire life without dessert.
Oh, interesting. What about you, Rebecca?
Me too. No dessert.
I
No
missed
dessert?
the question.
So the question, Destiny, was would you rather go 30 days without your phone or your entire life without dessert?
Probably 30 days without my phone because I don't eat much dessert, so I wouldn't miss it. But I go with the 30 days with no phone.
I see. It would be hard for me. So I'd rather just go without dessert, honestly, because I would be so frantic and worried about my kids if I didn't have a phone that I'd probably give myself a heart attack by the end of 30 days. Now, if I knew where my kids were and they were constantly with me, then yes, I would choose 30 days easily without my phone. I'm not really, I mean, I do like cheesecake. I do like brownies, but I don't eat those types of things every day. And I'd be all right. Let's see what
As long as fruit is not considered a dessert, then I'm good.
True story right there. Yeah. Rum Thumb says no dessert. Pamela Lynn says no dessert.
A lot of no dessert.
Without phone. Colleen is picking the 30 days. Jody says 30 days without phone. So freaking easy. Wonder Woman says without dessert. Misha says 30 days without phone completely. No hesitation. Yes. 30 days. Yeah, it's kind of it seems to be a little bit of both in the chat. I see we're still discussing the topic of cheese, which I'm all for. I love me some cheese. The stinkier the cheese, the better.
I love cheese.
Me
I could
too.
eat cheese and fruit all day long. I love it.
Right?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it.
Yes, me too. All right. Next question. If everything in your house could only be one color, every single thing from the ceiling to the walls to every item, all the way down to your credenza, what color would you choose? You'd have to stare at it all the time. So, what one color would you choose?
What?
Your
No
entire
doubt.
house.
No doubt in my mind, white.
White. Interesting. That was.
White's my favorite color.
Well, I don't think I've ever met anybody that's ever said that white is their favorite color.
White is my favorite color. I love white.
For
my
me,
daughter just chimed in. My smart daughter. White is an absence of color.
Yeah, because white isn't a color.
That's funny. How about you, Destiny? What color would you choose?
Well, I would probably choose white as well. Even though green is my favorite color, I would choose white. And the reason being is I can change it any color I want with color changing lights.
Oh, now we're thinking.
Oh.
That's a good way.
Interesting. Put a little twist on it.
I know, right? How about you, Rebecca? What would it be?
That was a pretty amazing answer and made me double think mine, but since you already took that answer, and I would have never thought of that. Purple. Purple is my
I'll
favorite
see.
color.
That would be. I could probably look at purple all the time. I see pineapple pizza. Haha to your name. White. CH says white. Pamela Lynn says purple. Dennis Sue says blue. Jamie says purple. Mama K says tan-ish. Turquoise. Oh, that would be nice to look at. Greg says brown. What can brown do for you? Green, Misha says. I figured I thought you would maybe say like yellow or burnt orange or I don't know, something. Colleen says cream. Pamela Lynn says clean and pure equals white. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when she first said about the white was when my kids were, and even still now, it's much easier to clean for me things that are white. Like I think if everything was black, I mean, you always see all the dust on it. And if it's white, then you could just bleach it, like, or, use a magic eraser. It's pretty easy. Or even just paint right over it, white. My answer would be blue, although I love the color pink. Absolutely love it. I could not stare at an entire pink room always. I would go crazy. So I would choose a more calming color that wouldn't drive me insane. And I would probably pick blue. All white room, I don't know if I could do all white. I might think I was in the loony bin or something. Everything was white.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I want to tell you something. My phone is acting up. It's been acting up for about 2 weeks. And it says here, I just looked at it. It was just flipping on and off. It says that I deleted a message that Wonder Woman put. And then it says that Wonder Woman is hidden by Donatella Botolino.
I've actually just noticed that, and I've been scrolling through the chat. You've deleted every single message that she's put in there.
Why? How do I undo that?
Tiffany unhit her.
Yeah. Tiffany unhit her. It happens sometimes.
Mhm.
I like to call that butt wrenching.
My phone was doing it. I wasn't doing it. Oh my God, I need to apologize to her. Can you go in and tell her that I'm sorry?
She's listening. She can still hear.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
She can hear you.
She can hear me? I totally did not do that. I just looked down at my phone and it says Wonder Woman was hidden. Oh, it says Wonder Woman was unhidden by Eat Sleep Amazon. Okay. See, like my phone just like popped up. Oh, it just went away. I'm gonna turn my phone off. There's something's wrong with my phone. I have no idea. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm so sorry, Wonder Woman. I didn't mean to do that to you. My phone did it.
I was gonna say, I think she's a real person because I'm pretty sure she bought something from me.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, oh my God. Are you still thinking of having? Oh yeah. Oh, and I see in the private chat, Destiny Wonder Woman. Donna, are you still thinking of having a group meetup? Is that what I deleted?
No.
Oh, I deleted something else. Okay. Yes. Consider doing one in Jupiter or the next winning storage unit. Hint, hint, hint. Okay. Yes. Just to answer that question quickly, I have picked the third week. I'm going to put it out in my group. It's going to be the third Saturday in September. And I think I'll post it in my group. But we're going to have a meetup in West Palm Beach. Third Saturday at 3:00 in West Palm Beach, and it's at a marketplace, and that's when we're gonna have it. And I'm sorry, Wonder Woman, for deleting you.
Oh, poor Wonder Woman. It happened. I've done that before to people. So.
Reseller said.
I don't know how it happened. Okay, sorry, Kimmy. Go ahead with
No, you're fine, honey.
I'm sorry.
You guys read Rump Stump's resellers. My dog timed out. She sells by Sue one time. It happens to all of us.
Yeah, I've timed out people accidentally. I've been timed out too. I've been accidentally blocked from something. It took kind of a minute to try to figure out how to get that squared away, because when you're telling people on the, whoever it is, they can't see it if they have your book. So it happens. I wouldn't worry too much. All right, back to our last couple questions. If you could be an Olympic athlete, what sport would you compete in? If you could be an Olympic athlete, what sport would you compete in?
That's tough because I'm not really a sports person, but I'm going to answer volleyball since my daughters play volleyball and I'm watching volleyball all the time. And I'm probably, but it's high endurance playing volleyball. I'm going to say volleyball. I'm not a big athlete person.
What about you, Destiny?
I don't know. I don't.
Olympic sport.
I don't watch Olympics. I don't even know what would be.
See, what would Destiny do? I'd have to think about. Maybe we'll have the chat answer. What do you think, Destiny? If she could do any, she had the athletic ability to do any sport, what sport do you think, Olympic sport, do you think Destiny, the Shamrock Pixie, would pick? So for me, I'd probably either be gymnastics or just because I always think those look like so much fun, flipping around all crazy, or track. I actually used to run track in high school, but because I had so many heart issues before I got my heart surgeries, I had to stop doing that. And for some reason, I even still to this day, I enjoy, not every day, but I do like taking a jog or a walk or, something. So that would be what I would choose. I see Mama Kay says soccer. Don Bargan says football.
Are these answers for me or what you guys would do?
Tiffany says you would be a gymnast. Yep. Yeah. I could see that. I could see it flipping around, all pixie style. Yes.
Jump. Yeah, no. I don't like snow. I live in Wisconsin, but I still don't like snow. And I would hurt myself. I would be the one that would hit the tree. And the tree was like 5 miles away from me. I would be to the side, and I'd be the one that would hit it.
Rebecca.
What about Rebecca? What would Rebecca do?
Well, I know there was talk about it going to the Olympics, so I don't know if it is in the Olympics yet or when it will be, but definitely Frisbee golf.
Oh, interesting.
What is it?
Frisbee golf.
I don't know what that is.
Well, now you have to tell us what it is, Rebecca.
I'll be right back. I'll even show you.
Oh, she's going to show us. I see that Patdees 72. He says taco eating. I'm pretty sure that's not an Olympic sport.
It should be.
Mary Beth says kettleball. Pamela Lynn says track and field. Oh, did you still want to open that? I almost spaced it. We'll do that after. There's one more question, and then you.
Oh,
if you still want to open
I
that,
have
you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one more question after this, and then you can open that.
Okay.
All right, Rebecca, show us.
All right. So you get a bunch of little Frisbees like this. There's different range drivers. There's putters. And there's a course, 9 holes. Some of them have 18 holes like regular golf. But you throw the disc into a basket. It is so fun.
It sounds fun. I really am horrible at throwing Frisbees.
Me too.
Like, I'm terrible at golf. I mean, the reason I don't golf is because one of the last times I golfed, I hit somebody in the forehead.
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh. Whoops. So don't take me golfing, folks. That will end bad for you.
Well, I have to get discs that float because mine always end up in the water.
Yeah. What's up, Josh? Big Red. That's too funny. All right. If you could meet any famous person, who would it be? Any famous person. Whether it's an actress, actor, I don't know, a politician, anybody famous. If you could meet one of them, who would it be?
There might be some controversy with this if I say it.
Well, we don't have to go into a great debate about whatever it is, but
Promise everybody we'll just stay nice.
yes. Oh, yeah. I won't allow it. No drama. This is a no drama zone, folks. So you have drama in my chat and you can see your way out of it. So don't worry, Donatella. I won't let nobody be crazy.
President Donald Trump.
Interesting.
He's my neighbor, so there's a good chance I could meet him.
Wow. How about you, Destiny?
I would love to meet our president. I think that would be an awesome thing to do. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's a kind of hard decision.
The president it is.
So yeah,
that's 2 votes for President Donald Trump.
What about you, Rebecca? What would it be?
I didn't catch the question.
If you could meet a famous person, any famous person, who would it be?
Drew Barrymore.
Ooh, I love her. Love her. I think she's amazing. A little quirky. I follow her on Instagram, and I think she's just adorable. I love her so much.
And the male one would be definitely Adam Sandler.
Oh, great answer. I didn't even think about that. My daughter loves Adam Sandler. I do too. I've been a big fan of him for quite some time. For me, it would be, I'd love to meet, female, I'd love to eat. Wow. Wow. I don't roll that way, folks. Right here.
Oh boy. Did you not eat before you came on the show?
Anyways, what's even funnier is the person I was about to say was Ellen DeGeneres. So,
oh gosh,
meet her. Oh my god,
she's blushing.
Wow.
Okay, wow. Well then. That reminds me, this Friday will be the Crazies Come Out at Night, and that is maybe where that should have been discussed. Okay, so the other person who I don't want to eat him is Jimmy Fallon. I love Jimmy Fallon. I think that he is amazing. So that's who I would choose. Let's see who the chat says. Woo. Okay. Hi, Adam. I was wondering what was going on. He said Casey went way overtime. That is all right. I'm glad you're here. We are over time on our usual amount, anyways, which I kind of figured would happen because Donatella is amazing, and to try to get to know everything, and all that great information in 1 hour is like impossible. So, Rumstump says she would love to meet all of the living presidents. See what else. Oh, my chat is being silly. Janis Joplin, yes. Oh Lord, won't you buy me Mercedes Benz? Mother Teresa. All these are great answers.
Mother Teresa.
So now that we've done that, just a quick reminder, next week's Crazies not Crazies. Wow. See, that whole entire, thing got me all. Shout out to Ellen. I don't want to eat you.
Wow.
She's still blushing.
Okay. I'm like tearing up. I'm laughing so hard. Okay, so next week's host, Patdees 72, he's hosting, and the special guest for next week is actually Casey, Rockstar Flipper. The show is going to be earlier, so it's going to be 5:40 Mountain Time, 6:40 Central. I think he has a reminder up. I'm not sure, but either way. Don't forget that show is a little earlier than usual, and that's because he has a show also that goes during the time that we are doing this show. We wanted to make sure that he was still able to do that. So it will be a little earlier next week. I'm really excited. Casey, I followed him, one of the longest out of any of the people in me following who I've been following. He really honestly kind of was part of the start of my trickle effect of meeting everybody and getting to know everybody was him. And then it turned into like Wade's Ventures, Lindy Glenn, Chris, who used to be 10K
Adam.
on the day back then. Yeah, Adam.
I probably was doing the same cycle that you were doing. I started with Nicole States, though. I started with Nicole States, then Lindy Glenn, then Casey, then Wade, then found you guys. So yeah, same idea.
Great channels. So I'm excited too.
So do we have a minute? Is Pamela still in the chat?
Let's get to that, and then we can end the show. Pamela, are you still here? Because I also will open. Are you
still in the chat, Pamela? So, Pamela Lynn is a regular at my auctions. She buys from me all the time. She's a reseller. And she sent me a message and said, I sent you a gift. And I was going to open it in my show, but since I was going to be on Kimmy's show tonight, I decided, and a lot of the same people follow us, I asked Kimmy if it was okay. I opened it, but look what this pizza box says. I mean, not pizza box, this box. It says, I want to be a pizza box, recycle me. Isn't that cute?
Yes.
So, okay, so I'm going to open it. And see what I got. Really excited about it. Like, this is my second piece of fan mail. I know some people get like tons of fan mail. So I got a Yeti. Everybody's always complaining that they have a hard time hearing me on my auctions. Look what she bought me. Okay, so I kept saying, oh my God, look at that. So I kept saying that I was going to go buy a microphone. And the truth was, I couldn't afford to go buy it. Pam, thank you. Is she in the chat?
Yeah, she's in there.
Pam, thank you so much. This means so much to me. Look at this,
Pam,
you
you're
guys.
so sweet.
Pam, that is like the sweetest thing. We don't even know each other. Like, I don't even know her other than like online. I don't even know this woman, this girl. I don't even know you. This is like the sweetest thing anyone could ever do. Thank you so much. So I guess for my auction tomorrow night, I'll have a new microphone. If my son can figure out how to. I love it. Thank you. Mwah. I love you. Thank you so much. This means the world to me. Thank you.
That is,
oh my gosh,
amazing.
Yep.
It is amazing.
Great night.
Yeah. So I got a little friend mail from Adam's Exploits, who is there in the chat. Adam does a show Wednesdays. It starts at 1 my time. It's 3 p.m. Eastern. And Adam, you are amazing, by the way. I appreciate our friendship so much, and this was so sweet. I have not seen inside of it. I just cut it off because I like Destiny, like how she is, in the fact of having to open her stuff a little bit ahead of time, just in case we injure ourselves. We don't want to have that happen on a live. Well, then again, you just never know, obviously, what's going to happen on a live. We just saw that.
Malfunctions are real. Hashtag malfunction life.
I'm telling you, I need to make a video. I need to go through all the videos and pull all of the bloopers and all the things that I just like want to crawl in a corner and be like, I can't believe that happened. All right. I don't know if there's a... Okay, so I see. So Adam went to eBay Open and has apparently sent me some cool little gifts. I am going to eBay Open next year. I'm going to be all ready and all set to sport all of my gear. This is awesome. I'm excited. It would go viral, right? Oh, this is Mermaid. Off duty. This is awesome. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. It's been a couple times in a few different shows have been discussed the many jobs that you can get in Vegas. And I can't remember whose show it was, but we were joking about me being a mermaid and be one of them. I think it was Crystal, actually, Rosie's Closet, who had told me that one of the jobs you can get in Vegas is being a poolside girl and just sit there by the pool dressed as a mermaid. And I was like, that's perfect, because I don't want to go in the water. I'll just sit outside the water. So I appreciate that, Adam. You're so sweet. What else we got in here? Yes. Little fanny pack full of some goodies. Ooh-wee, what is in here? Adam, you're too sweet to me. Some glow sticks. Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know, right? He's so nice. I'm going to be all set. How fun. What else is in here? Ooh, I'm gonna have all kinds of pins. Apparently, it's a thing. If you go to eBay Open, everybody has pins that you can get. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. And you have to put them on your lanyard, right? So you can. I think that's what it is. I've never been to eBay Open, so I'm not even sure. This one's fun. I love it. I'm so excited. Now, I absolutely am going to have to go with all this gear, you know. Boss up. Who knows where this hashtag comes from?
What's up? That's
I know somebody.
Katie. It's Katie and Vicky.
You're correct. Katie and Vicky. And they are amazing. I love those girls.
I could say something right now, but I won't.
There's all kinds of more pins.
Okay.
Adam, you totally hooked me up with all these. I'm gonna be so fly. Everybody's gonna be thinking I'm the cool kid next eBay Open. Finally, I get to be the cool kid. I'm just kidding.
Did you see Katie's backpack for eBay Open? How she had the Christmas lights on it, and they were twinkling when she was walking around.
That's amazing.
It was so cute that she did that. It was awesome.
All right, here is. I just see pinkness. Wow! Now I'm flinging my shades.
You're getting too excited.
I got designer shades. Oh. I know. I'm flinging stuff. Adam, you're so sweet. I know that Greg, DuPage Picker, he had sent me some cool little gifts as well. Shout out to DuPage Picker. I can't wait to hug you all in person one day. Aw, these are cute.
One for you and one for your daughter.
Right?
The next time you go dumpster diving.
Yes.
Have you been back to Alta?
I go there like every other day. And it's, my hair is going to be all messed up.
I actually went to my Ulta after hearing about what you found, and my Ulta has a closed-in compactor dumpster, like a.
Oh yeah, don't climb in that.
No, you can't. There's no way. It's connected to the building. There's no way to get into it.
Right. Okay, sorry, I was reading that. And okay, so what do you, I know that you said at the beginning, Donna, thank you, Adam, again, very much for that.
And thank you, Pam. Thank you for my microphone. It looks like it's really, look how beautiful it is. It looks like it's really, isn't that so fancy? It looks like it's really easy. It looks like it just has a UBS cable. You plug it in, I guess, and it works. I don't know. I thought that would be like a programming or disc or something, but.
Yeah, when you plug it in, it usually will pull up something on your computer that it just walks you through the steps of installing it.
All right, I'll have to.
Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I know. when you do your auctions and you hold your stuff up, there's that sound issue. So that's amazing that somebody did that.
It is amazing. I'm so touched. Thank you so much, Pamela. Oh my God, I just can't even believe it.
All right. Jinx says, Kimmy, let son edit blooper video. Speaking of my son, there's a video that was dropped on Monday. It's called Finding Refuge in Nature. He edited most of that video by himself. And so if you have not checked that out, please do. It's like 15 minutes long. He's 8 years old. He spent hours and hours and hours and hours editing. He's watched me a lot edit. A lot of times I'll have my HDMI cable connected into my TV, which is right here. And so he sits there and helps me and gives me input. But it's really impressive. I'm really proud of him. I love all the little quotes. I mean, he picked out the quotes. He even narrates the quotes in it. You could hear his little sweet, still kind of high-pitched voice. It's going to be so funny when his voice deepens one day.
Yeah.
My voice is so high-pitched right now. So, yes, make sure to check that out if you guys have not. And this coming week, so tomorrow is Crazies Come Out at Night. It's not going to be a very long episode because I'm going to be taking my daughter out thrifting Saturday so that she wants to pick out some stuff for her Poshmark closet that which is cool that she wants to do that. And we also
have her come to my auction tomorrow night. Maybe she'll see some stuff online that she can get for a lot cheaper than she can in the thrift shop. Oh yeah.
And then Monday is motivational move your ass with some Z's, folks. Monday, and that reminder is already up. I'm actually really excited about it because I've been listening to a lot of motivational speakers, which I do anyways, but more so lately, and that's why I haven't been as much in chats or on lives, because I've been doing that and listing. My eBay is on fire. I'm up to 31 items so far sold this week, which is pretty good since Monday. And then Saturday night, I am going to pop in to hang out with Pat on his channel for the late night show. So I know, Donatella, you mentioned your auction tomorrow, and then you said Sunday there's another one?
Yeah, Sunday's at 3 p.m. Eastern time, Sunday afternoon.
Okay, cool.
Friday night, 9 o'clock, and then 3 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday.
Awesome. And then Destiny, I know that you said, aren't you going to be hanging out with the guys tomorrow morning? Where is that? Whose channel is it on tomorrow?
That's on the Bargain Effects channel. I put the link in chat. So I will be their guest tomorrow, and I am going to give the spouse side of reselling, how it affects the family, stuff like that, and what it's like to be a spouse of a reseller. So that is what I will be doing tomorrow. And it's at 9 a.m. Central Time. And I, like I said, I did put Tommy's link in, the Bargain Effect, in the chat. Make sure.
Rebecca, where are you going to be this upcoming week?
I might do a couple guest spots. I'm not sure yet. Friday or Saturday. And Monday I'll be on NASCAR Man 3345s for the auction.
Nice.
But where are you going this weekend?
I'm going to see you. I am leaving at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning if I can roll my husband and my son out of bed that early.
That'll be awesome. That'll be fun. I'm excited for y'all.
Have a great weekend, you guys. You'll have to video chat me in when you guys are barbecuing, and when Destiny's going to give Rebecca a lesson on barbecuing chicken. So you have to
I will teach her how to use the grill.
How to use the grill.
I'm not sitting on it yet, but I will teach her how to use the grill because she never cooked on the grill. So pretty simple. So we will record it, probably do it live. So we can.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
That sounds dangerous.
You know, it is. You gotta love lives. They're awesome. Okay, I know. One of the things I like to do is to leave us off with a quote before we end the show. Destiny, do you have one prepared or one that you like to say?
My favorite one, it's an Irish proverb. Your feet will take you where your heart is.
Beautiful. And Rebecca?
I say it in my videos that I put up. If you don't list it, you can't sell it.
Amen. So true. Donatella, do you have a quote for us?
Yes, and I've been saying this ever since I was probably a teenager, and all of my old friends know that this is my always and forever quote. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold.
Oh, that's cute. Love it. Love it. And thank you so much again, Donatella, for hanging out tonight and being my special guest. It was an honor. You're such a beautiful person. I look forward to getting to know you even better. And I hope that to everybody tuning in that you have already subscribed to Donatella. If you have not, please do so. She's a great person. And then, of course, to the Shamrock Pixie and Rebecca. Thank you, ladies. I can always count on them.
And thank you, Pamela. Thank you for my microphone. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah.
If you need to with it, Donatella, hit me up. I will get Tommy on the phone and he'll walk you through whatever you need because he has a really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. And my quote before I sing us off, a little singing, is there is nothing more beautiful than when you prove to yourself just how strong you are. I appreciate everybody coming out and all of you that have stuck around for the whole show. You guys mean the world to me. On that note, good night, sweet YouTube. It's time to go.
Much love, everybody.
Good night,
Bye.
YouTube. Hope you liked the show. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweet friends. Good night.